Are you looking for a quick and easy way to build some cages for your rabbits? Well, that's what we're doing today. Well, hey everyone, I'm Chris from Rusted Rabbit, and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're new to our channel, we give you the tools it takes and we give you the guidance to grow your own food, raise your own meat, do all that in your backyard, and then we take you into the kitchen and we demonstrate some recipes, show you what to do with that food, and make it something really awesome. Okay? So today we're gonna be building cages for your rabbits. There's a number of ways you can do this, a lot of different cages you can make. But what I've found is that some are better than others, right? Rabbits love chewing on things, so if there's any wood involved that they can get to, they're going to chew on that. And then their urine also kind of, makes things happen with the wood. If you can just get, regular cage wire and build a cage, do it that way. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and it's durable. So that's what I found is the best thing to do. That's what we're doing today. Okay guys, so I like to start off with getting the cage wire. You can go to Tractor Supply or anywhere like that and grab it. I get the 16 gauge. There's two different types you need. For the flooring, you want 1 inch by 1/2 inch, and they come in 30-inch rolls that are like about 10 foot long. And then the 1x1, which is 2 foot by 15 feet, okay? Once you get these, you unwrap them. They're gonna be rolled up, so you have to unroll them and kind of straighten them out enough to where you can measure it out. I start with the flooring, the 1 by 1/2 inch. So roll it out. You want 2 feet. Okay, this will match up nicely with the other one, so you're not doing too much cutting. You roll it out 2 feet. You make your cuts, and then it's going to be kind of bowed. So you want to straighten it out as best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect, but the more bow you leave into it, the more it's going to be a hassle when you try and connect everything. And it's going to be a whole lot harder to mess with once you get it all connected. So do your best to just kind of lean on it, bend it a little bit here, a little bit there, and get it as straight as you can. Then once you've done that, now we got to roll over to the rest of the cage, right? The 1x1. So because it's in 2 foot, it matches nicely with the 2 foot you just rolled out for that side of the cage. So you're gonna want a few things. Again, roll it out to where you can measure it. You're gonna make a few different cuts. The first length you're gonna do is 18 inches, okay? Since it's 2 foot wide, that's gonna be the depth of the cage that matches with that 2 foot flooring you just cut. But you want the height of the cage to be 18 inches. So cut that to be 18 inches, do that twice. Those are the 2 sides of your cage. For the top, you can do the same thing. You're gonna roll it out, but it's gonna be 30 inches to match the flooring. So now you have your 2 sides and your top. And then the front and the back, same thing. You're gonna roll it out to 30 inches, make those cuts, but then you're gonna have to cut those pieces a second time to where the dimensions are 30 inches by 18 inches. Once you have that, now that's all your pieces, really. You're ready to connect them. So what I do is I start with getting the tools you're gonna need. So you want these clips and these special pliers that bend the clips. This is very easy to find, again, at Tractor Supplies where I usually get them. You can get them on Amazon or something like that online as well. They're very inexpensive, but they're worth having. I've done it without the special pliers. It's more of a pain than it's worth, so I would just say, spend the $10 or whatever it takes to get those pliers. So you open it up. You can see here, you get the clip. It kind of fits right in, and it just kind of holds it that way. And then you want to, bring the pieces together, just crimp it around, and that connects it. Sometimes it'll miss one of the wires, and you think it's on, and then you pull it apart, and it's like, oh no, it's not. So just make sure you're wrapping both pieces around each crimp, and you don't need to put a ton of them in there. But again, I like building things one time, so I put more than you need. And what that's going to do is, one, it prevents anything from getting in and out, like the babies. If you don't do enough clips and it can separate between the 2 pieces, maybe they'll squeeze out, maybe not. I don't know. Why risk it, right? They're super cheap. So I try to do for the 1x1 every other square, and that's how I gauge on how often to put them. Just make sure once you get to a corner, at some point you're gonna have 3 faces meet in a corner. You want to make sure that you have a clip on those corners, because that's really kind of your pressure point or whatever it is for your cage. It's your weak point. So make sure you get all those clips in there. And as flimsy as the pieces are, they're going to stiffen up once you connect everything. So just be patient and all that, and it'll work out if you get them all clipped together. Then the other things you're going to need a sift feeder, which you can get at Tractor Supply, and you're going to need this spring to do your door. And the door, I usually cut the opening up and then go back to 1 by 1. I do 14 squares by 13 squares. Make sure it overlaps on the sides and top and front. And then connect it below that with some more of those clips, and they act kind of like a hinge. So do that, and that'll be able to open and close as a door. And then your sift feeder, cut a hole in there, fit it in, and now it works out just fine. Also keep in mind that because of the sharp edges that you just cut, you can scratch yourself and or the animals, moving them in and out. So you can buy some plastic guard for that opening. Okay, so it's important to remember also, I'm more of a DIY kind of person. Not everyone is that way, I realize that. So you can buy cages, there's nothing wrong with that, or buy something that was used for something else and just sort of make it fit. That'll work too. There's no wrong way to do this. It's just a matter of what's best for you, what are you most comfortable with. And, I like doing things, right the first time, not having to redo it. So this might be a little bit more expensive to buy all the materials, especially nowadays, but these have worked great for me ever since I started building cages this way, so that's what I do. Okay guys, so if this is helpful, I hope it is, then please, subscribe down below. If you have any questions, obviously I'd love to answer them. Any kind of engagement from you would be great. Other than that, God bless.